Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
The superintendent of Thompson School is hoping the third time around will be a charm because their school is growing along with the population of Grand Forks. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tomorrow, residents of the Thompson School District will decide the fate of an $11 million school renovation project. Earlier, voters shot down two smaller projects. However, as Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us, they're now planning long-term.
Located just 8 miles south of the ever-growing population of South Grand Forks, more and more students are choosing Thompson School.
Growth in South Grand Forks has really helped us out. A lot of developments on Highway 5 and south of 32nd out by the airport. We've got a lot of kids, 2 full buses basically that we bring in there now.
The superintendent Mouse says they're simply running out of space. Current K through 12 enrollment here is just under 500 students. However, they're expected to grow to over 600 students within the next 10 years.
Plans for this would be 2 additional elementary classrooms plus 2 special ed classrooms with some breakout areas. Part of this is going to be a secure entrance. This is going to be a big piece of the project as well.
They've already turned a music room and computer lab into classrooms. The project also includes an expanded lunchroom that won't require 5 shifts to serve all the students. Mouse says he's betting voters will go for this $11 million project that's designed to meet the school's needs for the next 25 years.
We sent out our surveys and the feedback we got was there have been so many additions here that the feedback we received is that people were ready for a long-term plan.
It now remains to be seen whether voters are ready to pay for that long-term plan. From Thompson, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
If the project is approved, the cost to taxpayers in the Thompson School District shakes out like this. The owner of a $200,000 home would pay an additional $602 a year in taxes for 20 years. Farmland would be taxed at $2.98 an acre. If you'd like more details about the plan, we have a link to it online. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. A gas leak that caused homes to be evacuated and streets to be blocked off is now shut off. The call came in shortly before 1 this afternoon in a North Fargo neighborhood where construction workers hit a 2-inch gas line. 7th Avenue North and Oak Street and 7th Avenue North and Elm Street were blocked off for safety precautions. Crews attempted to evacuate neighbors living in the area. However, no one was home at the time. What a beautiful day to be outside. Lots of sunshine, nice temps. Let's find out from Hutch Johnson what's happening this evening. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. About the only thing that would make this weather better is bacon, I guess. Right, as we take a look at temperatures, we have 70-degree weather up and down the Red River Valley, some mid-60s in Lakes Country, and the wind not too bad either. Plentiful sunshine as there have been some showers out to the west. Those are rapidly diving southward into South Dakota. So dry weather for the vast majority of us this evening. We'll spend most of it in the 60s before succumbing to the 50s late tonight after sunset at 8:41 p.m. More warm weather in the forecast. In fact, some would say almost summer-like. I'll have all of the details on that coming up here in just a few moments.
All right. Thank you, Hutch. It's a tale of stolen identity spanning a number of names, cities, and state lines. Fargo police issued a search warrant in early April for an apartment on 34th Street, looking for evidence pointing them to Seth Allen Cambron. Court documents say Cambron stole the identity of Jeffrey Wilborn, a resident of Alabama. Using Wilborn's name, Seth Cambron applied for and received a North Dakota driver's license last fall. Cambron also opened up a number of credit card accounts and store accounts with retailers here in Fargo. Cambron purchased thousands of dollars in appliances and furniture using those accounts. Additionally, Cambron was arrested and booked into the Cass County Jail last summer using the name Jeffrey Wilborn. It wasn't until the North Dakota Driver's License Division got a call from Alabama authorities that investigators here in West Fargo and Fargo were made aware of the situation. During the apartment search, police found 2 North Dakota driver's licenses with different names, social security cards, tax documents, and drugs. An inmate who escaped from the Devil's Lake jail last month is back behind bars. 29-year-old Kenneth Eagleman is being held on several charges. He escaped last month by using a piece of steel to break out a window in the facility. Siblings of the late Minnesota music icon, Prince, and their attorneys were in court today to figure out how to divide his multi-million-dollar estate. Apparently, Prince had no will. The 57-year-old artist was found dead last month in his Chanhassen home. Lou Ragoose has the latest.
It was a brief but very high-profile court hearing today at the Carver County Courthouse in which a judge named Bremer Bank as special administrator to Prince's estate. This is the decision that was made last week. Today, he made it official in court. Bremer Bank, as the special administrator, will be in charge of the day-to-day operations of Prince's estate, such as paying bills at Paisley Park. While the case is determined in court who will permanently run Prince's estate and how everything will be split up. Most of Prince's heirs were here in person for the court hearing. We know that Prince has a full-blooded sister, 3 half-brothers, 2 half-sisters, and 1 half-sister who is deceased. Those are the heirs officially listed in court documents. In court, the judge asked if any more heirs have been identified yet, and there haven't, but the judge says that he will address that if and when it does happen. One other thing that the judge did address in court today was the issue of a will. He asked again if any family members were aware of the existence of a will. None of them are. However, the attorney for Bremer Bank said that they will continue to search for a will. Things that were not addressed today, numbers, money, how much is Prince's estate actually worth, and there was no discussion about how everything will be split up. All of that to come at a later time.
Investigators are reportedly looking into whether Prince, who was found dead at his home on April 21st, died from an overdose and whether a doctor was prescribing him drugs in the weeks beforehand. There's a serious need for foster moms and dads in southeastern North Dakota. And today, the people in the Red River Foster and Adopt Coalition are doing their best to make sure you know that. They're marking Foster Care Awareness Month by posting blue ribbons around town. There are 308 ribbons, one for each child in foster care in 5 southeastern North Dakota counties. Some 225 homes are a part of the foster care program, and these experts say that's not enough.
If I had a magic wand, I would say, doubling our number would really meet the need of having homes that could better match, the needs of the children for keeping sibling groups together, keeping them close to the same school so they are in the same community to kind of help with that transition.
The coalition has similar events aimed at calling attention to the need for foster homes planned for later this week at Lindenwood Park and again next week in downtown Fargo. As you open up your cabins this season, the Minnesota DNR has a housekeeping reminder for you. They say you may need a permit to remove lake plants. It's an effort to protect our lakes. Some plant removal methods that require a permit include applying herbicides or algicides, transplanting aquatic plants into public waters, and using automated aquatic plant control devices. For more information, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Women are buzzing with interest across the country about a procedure that once was considered taboo. Now locally, women are beginning to outwardly express their own desire. It's a procedure to boost women's confidence and their sex lives that hasn't hit our area until now. The idea of vaginal renewal can be an unspoken yet highly desired procedure to bring up in a conversation.
Having babies just completely changes your body. I mean, it's worth it. It definitely is worth it, but it completely changes. So it's nice to know that they have services that can help.
Be sure to watch Valley News Live at 10 at 10 tonight, where we tell you why more local women are opting for this procedure and what it can do to help them in the bedroom. It's time to lace up your shoes and get outside. The Red River Valley Heart Walk is this week. The walk is this Thursday in downtown Fargo to help kick off a heart-healthy summer. Doctors say exercising just 30 minutes, 5 days a week can help cut your risk, in fact, in half of having heart disease. Many at the Stanford Cardiac Rehab Center continue to work on their health long after an incident.
We want you to do exercise like you get up and brush your teeth every morning. You don't skip brushing your teeth. We don't want you to skip exercise. And, not giving yourself the choice to say, no, I'm not going to exercise today. Just know and schedule it in your day and make it that important thing.
To get signed up for the Red River Valley Heart Walk, go to valleynewslive.com and click on the Hot button for details.